Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Rush, and I am an independent creative memories advisor located in North Carolina. Yay! Do you guys see the counter over my shoulder? I have hit 2,000, and that is thanks to all of you. So make sure you guys tune in to the end of the video where you will hear how I will be thanking you guys for helping me reach that milestone. Whoop whoop. Okay. On to the video. Today I am doing another how to use your scraps video. This one is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be making a fun border that can lead to make really awesome base pages for just about any type of layout that you could think of. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I can't wait to see everything that you guys come up with using this technique. To complete this project, you are going to need your 12-inch trimmer, your handy dandy tape runner, and then a pile of leftover scraps and strips. These need to be at least 1 inch wide. If you want to keep it uniform, all of them should be 1 inch wide, but you could probably do this with varying widths as well. And you want to make sure they're at least 3 inches long. I'll be working with, well, I've got some 12-inch and some 6-inch strips. I think I'm going to be working with 4 inches, but we'll see as we go. So, the first thing you're going to do is sort of sort your strips, see what you have. I have a pile of orange and pinks from our Totally Tonal collections. So I think I'm going to keep this very tone on tone, or very tonal, and I'm just going to work with one color. So I'm going to go with my soft pink Totally Tonal strips. These are 1 inch by 12 inches long. I'm going to cut them down to be 4 inches long, and you're going to need about 10 of them. Alright, I have finished cutting down my strips. Since I was cutting 4 inches, that means I was getting 3 strips. I put those third strips over here. That way I'm just working with one of each pattern. I thought that that would be kind of fun and easy. So before I go too far, I am just going to make sure, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, look, I've got 10 exactly. So that's perfect. Now you are going to pull out your trimmer, and we're going to be working with that 45-degree line here. So you're going to take one of your strips. Now, if you're going to be using one side of each pattern, make sure that that pattern is already face up, because the way we're going to be doing this, you're not going to be able to flip and choose your strip sides. Okay, that'll make more sense later. So just, I've got one of each pattern now. I'm going to take a strip, I'm going to put it on my trimmer, and I'm going to line it up so that the top of my strip is underneath of this 45-degree line. And I'm going to make it so that the point of that top strip, that top corner, is going to come up to my cut line. So if you guys can see that, this is round about what I want. This line is lined up here with my 45 degree, and that top corner is scooted all the way up until it is on that first line so that I'm ready to cut. So when you're ready to cut, go to close that arm, give it a quick once over. You'll get a cute little corner, and you've got a pointy strip of paper. All right, so keeping the same pattern up, just rotate it 180 degrees. So you've now got a piece of paper pointing down, and you've got a fresh corner up here for you to line up and cut. All right, so you should end up with a rhombus type shape. If you have ended up with a trapezoid, something that looks like a gold bar, you've cut it wrong. It means you probably flipped over your pattern when you cut it. So making sure the same pattern is visible the entire time. So you'll start here, then you'll rotate and cut there. All right. So now I just have 9 more strips to do. So I'll talk you through it one more time, and then I'll fast forward a bit. So I've just got one of my little strips. I'm underneath of that 45 degree line, bringing that top corner up to my cut line. A little swipe, swipe. I'm going to rotate it and do the next corner. All right, I lied. Maybe I'll do it one more time. I'm going to do it with one of the darker colors so you guys can really see what I'm doing here. Let's take this nice dark pink, line it up on my cut line, and give it a quick 1-2, rotate it. You guys can see that that same pattern is visible the whole time. I didn't flip anything over. And here I've got my cute little rhombus, okay? All right, so now I'm going to do it for the other 7 pink strips. All right, and just like that, I have finished all 10 of my strips. I think we're pretty much done with our trimmer. We might pull it out for some finishing touches, but I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. And now what I'm going to do is look at my patterns and just get them in like a fun little order, sort of balancing the colors. I usually like to do kind of like dark, medium, then like a light, the dark, mediums, lights, I don't know. That is just a sort of go with the flow, give it a try. So we are going to need a paper for our base. You can put this straight onto a refill page, pull out that piece of cardstock from your pocket pages. I'm just going to pull out a white piece of cardstock, use that as my base. You could also do this on a decorative paper. If you're doing very tonal like I am, you'll just want to make sure that you pick sort of a different pattern or something that allows these patterns to pop. So I've got a white piece of paper here. I've sort of laid out my patterns. All right, so it's as easy as now you're going to use that 45 degree cut, and you're going to line that up against on the flat side of your paper. So you can start from the top or the bottom. I also find that you can actually use one of the corners you cut off as a top or bottom piece. So let's try that. I'm going to take this really boring sort of plain pink, which came from this one. I'm going to use that as my top. And from there, I'm going to layer my next piece. See how that goes. And then we're just going to keep going. So as you can see, you might have pieces that are coming off the top. That's okay. We can come back and trim that up later. Now remember how I told you that you needed to know which side of your paper you were using before? So let's say I've got this sort of pink wavy stripe, kind of looks like bacon paper, and that one's going next, but I'm like, ooh, I kind of wish I could use the straight stripes instead. So I flip the paper over. When I go to line that up, that is not going to work, okay? So you see how it just, nope. Maybe if we were going all the way around, cool, but we're not doing that. So we need to make sure we're using the same sides of the paper. All right, I hope that that makes a little more sense. That'll keep the angles the same, so you can make a nice straight line. So if you are like me and you are an imperfect human, you may start to notice that this line over here gets a little wavy. You can do one of two things. You can keep this line straight, all right, and then we can come back with like a little fix on this side later, or you can try and keep this line straight and then just trim off any excess you have on this side later. I think it's easier to just hold the edge of the paper as your straight line, and then we can come in with like a magical fix at the end. So I'll be sure to show you guys my magic fix. Let's see if our, oh look, so here I've got a big triangle empty. It's going to be too big for the triangles we cut off, but I have that extra strip here. I'm going to put that lining up the best I can with the inside line, and then we'll just be able to trim that bottom off with our trimmer or a pair of scissors. So once you're happy with how this looks, which I'm happy, then you can come in with your tape runner and start adhering it down. So once again, I'm going to start at the top, work my way down, and it's going to be beautiful. Boom! I am done assembling my border. Let's see if I can pop this up. You guys can see I'm extending a little bit at the top and the bottom, and I needed to go back and use one more teeny tiny little triangle piece that I had cut off just to fill in a small gap there. So now I'm going to take my trimmer. You could also do this with scissors, and I'm just going to trim off those excess pieces, pulling the edge of my base to my trim line and just cutting there. Oopsies. And I'm going to do the same here. Okay. I'm done with my border. So again, this is with a 4-inch strip of paper to start. I love how it looks. It kind of gives that quilted look. But as you guys can see, I told you, I'm not perfect. So there's a bit of a jagged line here. Now, could I leave it that way? Absolutely. Are people going to see it and be bothered by it? Meh, who cares? If it bothers you, just take a piece of paper, a cardstock will do, or a piece of designer paper. I'm taking this sort of pink gradient, And I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch. So that is from your cut line to the end of your gray mat. Maybe I'll go a little bit more just for giggles. I'm just going to cut 1/4 inch. And I'm going to use that as a border. You can also use a sticker border maybe, or something from the border maker system. And I'm going to add some adhesive to that and just make a nice little easy border right on the edge that covers up all of those imperfections. Also gives it a nice finished look, I like, almost like the seam of a dress. So I'm just going to come in, put a little bit of adhesive on the back. Now you could have also been using repositionable with this border, kind of whatever floats your boat, finds your lost remote. So there we go. So this border really works for the sides, a top, or a bottom, whichever one you like. And you could play with these corners and use them as photo corners, or I don't know, do something else. Maybe that's what I should challenge myself to do in the next video, is something with all of these corners. That could be fun. If you guys want me to do that, leave that as a comment. So now, I mean, you've got a blank page. You could just lay some photos down. You might need some mats. So I'm just going to come and get some 4.5 by 6.5 inch mats here. I did that. Did I do that as a 4.5 or a 4? I think I cut 4 because I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to have to pretend that one of those is a 4.5 by 6.5. Or I guess I could have done 4 by 6. Let's see, what did I cut? 4? Yeah. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, guys. Alright, I just have some mats that I've cut here. Do a little something willy-nilly, a little more organized. I've got the 4.5, 6.5 maybe in the middle. You could do 4 by 6s overlapping. It's up to you. You guys can play with it. We can do ups and downs. Lots and lots of choices. And you've got all of these patterns here. You can introduce any of those as your mats, but I like to do a solid color. It allows the pictures to really pop. So remember, this was with a 4-inch strip. You can do it as well with different sizes. Let's see. Here it is where I started with a 3-inch strip. Like, look at that big difference as far as width goes. I cut my mats here out of that ombre orange. Could really do a lot with that. So do you guys like the thicker pink or the thinner orange? How would you arrange your mats on this? It's just a really nice base page. This could be really fun for like a first page of an album, pulling out papers that maybe have like a seasonal pattern. So like start with snow, go towards flowers, then sunshine and leaves and snow, like going through the 4 seasons of the year. That I think could be really fun. And then just like a big title page like Rush Family 2023. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. That could be really cool. What would you guys use this page for? Wasn't that a fun and simple project? Were you guys team pink or team orange? I think I like how thick the pink border is, but I like how much room the orange gives you for photos. So I don't know. I'm torn. Just now, I was holding them together to like look and compare. And how cool would that be as a border? Like layering them together? That would be really cool. I mean, you could also do like a top and bottom type thing. I really like that. And I like it with a thicker, chunkier at the top and then a thinner at the bottom. I mean, like, guys, you could use this technique and make so many things. My head is spinning from that suggestion to do like the 4 seasons down the side. That would be so fun. If you guys do that, take a picture, tag me in it. Speaking of tagging, in order to do that, guys, follow me on Facebook or Instagram. That is the best way to reach me. You can message me one-on-one, and you can show me all of your cool creations. If you're doing it on Instagram, just like post it to your Instagram and tag me so that I'll see it. That's really cool. And then if you guys want to come to any of my events, right now I'm planning National Scrapbook Day. Make sure you guys check out my Scrap with Ash website. It's where I list my in-person and virtual events, though I haven't done a virtual one recently. I'll have to kick those up for the summer. And then, of course, you guys should be shopping on my Creative Memories website so you can get all of these products in your hands. If you love all the products, think about joining my team because you'll get a discount, and everyone loves discount. All right. So what I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for is the big 2K celebration. I couldn't have done this without you guys. Obviously, you are here to celebrate with me. So I have 2 ways I am celebrating, okay? So way number 1, when you make a purchase on my website, so that's the www.creativememories.com/cm/AshleyRush, I will be sending you a, when you make a purchase on my website that is $100 or more, I will be sending you a $25 CM credit that you guys can use within 30 days of me sending it to you. So maybe I should have done 20 because I'm like reaching 2,000, but 25 is more fun. Anyways, you guys will be getting $25 for every 100 you spend, and that is dating back to when I hit 2K, which was like Thursday night, like in the wee hours. I hit 2,000. So if you've placed an order from Thursday forward, I'm gonna go back and find those orders and make sure you guys get your celebration prize as well. And that'll be cumulative. Like, let's say you placed a $30 order this past weekend to get that virtual crop free sticker pack. If you place another order so that it adds up to 100, you will get your $25 gift certificate as well. All right, and that's going to be good on the first 20, because it's 2,000. The first 20 people to order will get that bonus. And then for people, maybe you haven't maybe you haven't been able to shop on my website just yet. That's okay. I want to celebrate you guys too. So for everybody who comments on this video, just this video, you will be entered in for a drawing for a $50 credit as well. All right. And you can do both. You can get the 25 by shopping, and you can comment on this video and be entered for the 50. So does that sound good? That sound fair? All right, guys. And then for my foreign friends, we'll figure something out. You obviously can't buy from my website, but if you comment and you're the winner, then we will work out a way to make sure that you get Creative Memories products in your hands. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being a subscriber and coming back to me each and every week. It means so much to me that you guys are here. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. All right, bye.